Welcome everybody, I'm Gold Leader, I'm joined with Tronus, and we are here for some more Triwizard Tournament action.
Get excited, muggles and witches and wizards.
If you haven't been following the stream, welcome. We are in the midst of a Triwizard Tournament. Every Monday, we are doing a match from a 16-person bracket. All the deck lists we got, for the most part, are decks from the HP Revival community for the past two Gen Cons. So we basically just took as many different deck archetypes from those 2 years and literally just facing them off in a 16-man single elimination best of 3 tournament.
It's been super fun. Honestly, almost all of the games have been really close matches.
Yep.
And it's been super fun to play, and I think it's been entertaining for you guys to watch too. Our original plan was to just do a lot of these on recordings and just do a couple live, but we've had such great feedback from everybody, and everyone seems to really be enjoying this content that we've just decided to only do them live for you guys once a week.
Pretty much, yeah. And if you missed anything, you can go to homebasegames.com/YouTube. Or you can see some of the archive footage still on Twitch. But YouTube will be your best source. Just go over there. If you don't mind giving us a like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you can get notifications for when the next videos go up. And you can catch up on the other matches. None of them are terribly long, which is nice. I mean, a lot of them were best of 3.
Yeah.
But they weren't long. I mean, I think the longest match might have been like an hour and 20 minutes. So,
yeah.
But Harry Potter's a pretty fast game, which is nice. So we're shuffling up. The deck list will be posted in the YouTube video.
In the description, I always put all of the deck lists that we're using for the different streams.
Also, if you're part of the HP Revival Discord chat, I posted the deck list for both decks just now. So you can check out the deck list while we're playing if you'd like. And if you're in chat, please say hello. Interacting with people is awesome. So we look forward, and if we do something stupid, let us know.
Yeah,
so we
absolutely.
can fix it.
We are, as we've said in other videos, we are newer to this game. We actually didn't discover it really until 2 years ago. So we're still kind of learning the ropes, which is why we decided to do this type of, tournament amongst ourselves with different deck archetypes. So
yeah,
we can
we've
kind of
never played
learn
against anybody other than each other because of COVID.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had plans to we were going to play at Gen Con. This was going to be the first year we were going to play at Gen Con. We finally picked up a collection that had enough to make some good decks. We don't have 4 of every card, but we'll get there.
Yeah, so today I am playing Colin Creevey, and let's see how horrible this foil card shows up on here. Pretty horrible.
Yeah, you have to adjust it, but yeah, it's impossible. There you go.
So you kind of see the artwork a little bit, and then I'll just read what the card says here. Once per turn, you may use an action to draw 3 cards, and then make your opponent draw 3 cards. Okay.
Once per turn?
Once per turn.
All right. So I'm playing Hermione Potion Maker, and I'm a little disappointed because she's not a potions deck.
She has potions, but yeah.
I don't think there's any in this deck.
I mean, it required potion lessons at least.
No. It's Transfiguration and creatures.
Oh. Oh, really? Was it this deck that needed potions then? Oh, yeah, it did. Oh, yeah, that's odd.
Yeah, you may use an action to put up to 2 lesson cards of different types from your hand to play. So she's, even though she's a potion maker, whoever made this deck she's another Hermione ramp deck.
Sure.
So it's a little sad, but that's all right.
Well, then I guess it's good that you're playing that one since I played the other Hermione ramp deck last week. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so this deck is actually all about playing characters and adventures, it seems, just basically looking at the deck list, which
well, there's
I'm
only
a little interested in.
one adventure in the deck.
Okay.
But it's got a lot of characters.
A lot of characters, which is, and I think it requires 2 actions to play each character, right? Yeah. So I was actually intrigued by having all of these characters. I've never seen a deck like this.
I have no clue how the deck works.
I have no idea. Yeah. So we're gonna learn on stream. If I'm screwing it up, please let me know. TGP has jumped in. What's up, man?
Hey, buddy. Welcome.
You're crossing genres. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm super excited for the Star Wars stream on Wednesday.
What are we doing again?
Sealed deck.
Oh, that's right. Duh.
We're doing our sealed pool, and we're going to go over how to do it.
We might have to crack our packs tomorrow so we can build our decks.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I have a couple of lessons. Is that going to be enough? I can always draw 3 cards as an action, so let's just go with it. Let's see what happens here.
Yeah, my hand's not great, but I'm not going to mulligan. It's got lessons and it's got cards, so let's not be greedy.
Yep.
We get to roll dice, though.
Sure. 5.
It's daytime at...
Yeah, it's the day, yeah. 7.
All
right, I'll go first. Okay, draw. Interesting.
I'm curious, TGP, did you crack your seal pull and register already? It's a lot of temptation to hit that seal pull.
I know. Sorry, I'm just reading my cards. There's a bunch that I've never seen before. Interesting. Okay. So let's start with an action.
He did.
To
I would love to
play a lesson.
To get a couple packs and do a sealed Harry Potter. That would be really awesome.
I think
they're not as... Only the Chamber of Secrets packs are apparently hard to find. Everything else is pretty easy.
I'm actually just going to do 2 lessons and call it a day.
The old standard opening?
Yeah.
Okay.
Action to draw 3 and make your opponent draw 3.
Alright, I'm going to draw a card.
Yep.
And I can't play that. So my actions are use an action to put up to 2 lesson cards of different types. Okay.
TGP said that his card pool is bad. That's what's so much fun about a sealed. You get to play with all the bad cards.
This is when all the skill comes out.
It's
nobody's card pool is going to be great. That's for sure.
It's so much fun that way.
I'm going to play a lesson, and then I'm going to play a tarantula.
Okay.
And to play this card, I have to discard one of my lessons.
Okay.
And it just deals 2 damage to you each turn. It has 1 health.
All right.
Yeah.
You got it.
So, if you don't know the cards, but I'm sure you guys know the cards, that's the tarantula. I've seen this actually in quite a few of the competitive decks.
So I'm assuming you can only have 1 copy of a character out in play.
Of the same, they're
all
all
the same because they're all unique.
Right.
Which
so
that makes sense. That makes sense why I have this other card in here.
Whoever.
Okay, got it. So I have to take. No, it's on your turn that I take 2 damage.
Yes.
Sorry, forgetting. All right, let's go with. Let's play Peeves as an action. Once per game, you may discard your hand, then draw 7 cards to make your opponent discard his or her hand and then draw 7 cards. It's a wheel.
Yeah.
Sounds like. Yeah. So we're gonna play Peeves.
Okay, so 2 actions on Peeves.
Yeah.
My turn. I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna deal you 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to play 2 lessons, and then I'm going to be done.
Okay. My turn, draw. Okay. Let's play Through the Arch. So it's an adventure, so it's going to cost me 2 actions. Your opponent can't play spell cards. To solve, you have to skip 4 actions. And when you solve this, you get to put an item card from your discard pile into your hand.
Okay. My turn?
Yes.
I'm going to draw. I'm going to use the Hermione ability. I can use an action to play 2 different lessons. So I'll play Care of Magical Creatures and a Transfiguration.
Okay.
So that was 1 action.
Yeah.
Oh, deal you 2 damage.
Yes.
And then second action is going to be to draw a card.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Draw. Let's go with Professor Quirrell. Once per game, you may return all creatures and items to their owner's hands.
Okay. I'm gonna draw.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna draw again.
Okay.
You're up. Oh, take 2.
Oh, yeah. True. Draw on a card. Okay. Let's play Grip Hook. Playing all my characters. Once per game, you may make your opponent discard his or her hand. Then your opponent draws as many cards as he or she discarded this way.
Okay. Draw.
Yep, I do 2.
And we will take an action to draw. And second action, we'll use Hermione. Play Transfiguration Lesson and
Care of Magical Creatures.
Care of Magical Creatures.
Alrighty.
And we're done.
Okay. Let's use his action to have us both draw 3.
Okay.
And then let's play a lesson.
Okay. Done?
Yes.
Draw. Let's use Hermione to play another Care of Magical Creatures and a Transfiguration.
Okay.
And then,
Oh, you deal me 2 damage.
Oh, I deal you 2. And then let's use this to play. I have 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8. Let's play a Gryffindor Lion.
Sure.
He has 3 health and does 3 damage.
Got it.
And I'm done.
Draw. Go with a lesson. Then I'm going to play Dobby's Disappearance on the Lion.
Okay.
And I get an extra action, which let's use a Picking on Neville on your other creature.
Okay.
It discards, yep.
Done.
Yes.
Let's play the lion. And let's play a black bat. Deal you 2 damage.
Yep.
Your turn.
Oh. Let's use Professor Quirrell. Once per game, you may return all creatures and items to their owner's hands. So let's mark that we used him. Then let's use Grip Hook. Once per game, you make your opponent discard his or her hand. Then your opponent draws as many cards as he or she discarded in this way.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, so draw 11.
Yeah, so discarding a lot of cards. That was a picking on Neville.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry. These sleeves are very sticky. And then 2 Transfiguration Lessons. And a
Dogbite.
Hagrid.
Ah, Hagrid the Stranger. Okay. All right. And then you draw 11.
Yep.
And those aren't actions. Those are just once per game effects. So I still have my 2 actions.
Okay.
So with my 2 actions, first I'm going to do is play a lesson. And then I'm going to play Magical Mess Remover. Choose any number of your cards in play and discard them. So I'm going to discard these 2 guys that I used.
Okay.
So if I draw them again, I can play them again.
Mm-hmm. You done?
Yes.
All right. Let's play a black bat. Deal you 2.
Mm-hmm.
And let's play a Whomping Willow.
Sure.
To play, do I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8? Oh, I cannot play that. Cost 9.
Right.
Instead, we'll play a Boa Constrictor.
Okay.
And I'm done.
Got it. Draw. Oh, cool. Well, they're definitely playing this. Oh, sorry. Forgot that was on there. So he played Boa Constrictor. I'm going to play Lockhart's Hair Care Potions. Whenever you play a character card, you may use up 1 action to play it instead of 2. Seems important.
Okay.
Seems important with a character-heavy deck.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to play a copy of Madam Pomfrey. So obviously it's a little hard to see her with the foil, but her ability, once per game, you may shuffle up to 12 non-healing cards from your discard pile into your deck.
Okay.
And it only costs 1 action now that I've played that item. Go ahead.
Deal you 4.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll use an action with Hermione to play a Transfiguration and a Cure of Magical Creatures.
Yeah.
And a second action to play Whomping Willow. It says to play this card, return 3 of your Care of Magical Creature lessons from play to your hand. For each of your turns, if your opponent has any items in play, choose one of them and discard it.
Okay.
Please go back to my hand.
Yep.
And I'm done.
All right. So just thinking about my order here. Let's go ahead and use Madam Pomfrey's ability to shuffle up to 12 non-healing cards back in. So let's go with throw some lessons back in. All right. And then my first action, so all these are going to be in my deck, but one of the things is, so I'm going to play Impersonating Goyle as my first action. I can choose, oh, I played this wrong. Choose a character in play and discard it, then search your deck. You may take a character card from your deck. Oh, okay. So I can discard any character and then I was there. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. So choose a character in play. I'll choose Madam Pomfrey. I discard it, then search your deck. You may take a character card from your deck, show it to your opponent, put it into your hand. So I'm gonna grab Professor Quirrell. And then those are all in my deck. I'm gonna play Professor Quirrell as my second action, and then use his game effect to return all creatures and items to their owner's hands.
Okay.
And then I'm going to, actually, let's put another one of these in there instead of a land. Or a lesson, I should say. All right, so this is getting shuffled. And then let's use Peeves. Discard your hand, draw up to 7 to make your opponent discard their hand and draw 7 new cards. So this is going away, and I'm gonna draw a fresh 7. And those were my 2 actions, and I used my things and did shenanigans.
Great.
This is an interesting deck.
Yeah.
So it'll be your turn.
Mm-hmm. I'll play a Boa Constrictor.
Okay.
And
hey Diaz, yeah, I know Peeves isn't an action, but I played Impersonating Goyle, and then I played Professor Quirrell as my 2 actions. Yep, you're good.
and then I just used Hermione's action, and I'm done.
Okay, so I got a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and then my card for my turn 8. What do we got? Okay. Let's
Hey, Colin.
replay a copy of the Lockhart's potions thing that lets me play characters for 1 action.
Mm-hmm.
And then let's play a copy of Grippoke.
It's the thing that bounces everything.
No, you may make your opponent discard their hand, then they have to draw that many cards that they discarded.
Okay. I'll delete 2.
Mm-hmm.
I will skip 2 actions.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, does this ability stack?
No.
Okay, you always have to have one action. Use one action to play a character?
Pretty sure.
That would make sense to me. There's just multiple ways of doing it in the deck, because...
Well, because if someone destroys it...
Right, I'm saying there's, so, I mean, whatever, it's fine. Like, Leaky Cauldron's a location that has the same game effect of making it
I'm
one
pretty sure
less
you can't,
action.
Pretty sure you can't make it 0.
Yeah.
But
probably. I guess the way it reads, he or she uses up 1 action to play it instead of 2. So yeah, it always costs 1. Okay. I was
they
just kind
both
of curious.
say 1 instead of 2.
Correct.
It doesn't say reduced by 1.
Correct. You are correct. So I think you're right. All right. And then I have to draw a card for my turn. To start my turn. Let's have us both draw 3.
DS is, yeah.
We both have to draw 3.
Okay.
Draw 3 cards. And let's play Hannah Abbott. Once per game, you may trade 2 cards in your hand for 2 non-healing cards in your discard pile.
Okay.
That character. And then let's actually go ahead and use her ability to grab a copy of Impersonating Goyle and a copy of Magical Mess Remover.
Okay.
And I'm going to discard the Leaky Cauldron and a Transfiguration Lesson.
Alrighty.
So I played that and I played her, so I did my 2 actions. So it is your turn.
Okay. I'll deal you 2 damage.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll use Hermione to play 2 different lessons. And then I will I guess I'll play Norbert.
Sure.
Play this card, discard 2 of your Care of Magical Creatures lessons.
Okay.
And I'm done.
And he deals 5 with 3 health, huh?
Yep.
All right.
Your turn.
Yep. Draw a card. Let's play a copy of Dobby's Disappearance on Norbert.
Sure.
Bounce it. And then let's play another copy on your Boa Constrictor.
Okay.
So I still have 2 actions. Then let's use Grip Hook's ability to make you discard your hand and replace that number of cards. Nine, okay. Ooh, we're getting there.
Yeah, I mean, this game's over.
Yeah. Then I'm going to do, as my first action, I'll play Magical Mess Remover so I can discard all of these characters that I've used.
Mm-hmm.
So that's my first action. I think. Yeah, first action. Second action is to play Peeves and have us discard our cards and draw 7.
All right, game over. I only have 5 cards.
Yeah. So this is interesting. It's just kind of like a control deck, basically.
Yep.
It's not what I was expecting it to be, but
It's cool, though.
it's interesting.
It's a very cool way to use all the characters.
Yeah. All right.
The Through the Archway just had me completely shut down.
Did it?
Yeah, I couldn't do anything. Basically, half of the cards in my deck I couldn't play. So,
okay.
My hand was either I could play a creature or I could skip an action.
Yeah.
That was my options. And it's like, oh, you can put an item into play if I win.
Yeah.
We're getting rid of that thing.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you were drawing so many cards, I could have just put 3 on it, and then you could have just, or even put 2 on it, and then you could just replace it.
Yeah.
I don't know if I like the replacement rule for adventure cards. Like the fact that like you could just discard your own adventure and then reset the clock. I almost feel like...
Can you?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Huh.
So like if your opponent's like paying for an adventure to try and solve it,
yeah.
and you have a duplicate, you just let them pay, and then right before they solve it, you just play the same adventure, discarding your own, and then they have to resolve a new adventure.
Really?
Yeah, it's brutal.
Yeah, okay. So Diaz says adventures can't be replaced unless you're playing with Fred and George.
Oh, really? Okay, that's not just a rule, that's
unique to them.
Unique to them? Okay.
Which is way better.
Well, that's way better. Because I was thinking that that's why I wasn't really trying to get rid of the Through the Archway until I literally had nothing else to do.
Yeah. And they're Fred and George are the only ones that can have multiple adventures in play too, I think. I think you can only have one. I think someone said you can only actually have one in play, period, not one per player.
No, I don't think so.
I don't remember.
I don't know. Someone can clarify on adventures, but I don't think you can. I don't think it's a limit one. I don't think so.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Each player can have one adventure in play.
Okay.
That makes more sense. Adventures seem to be, as we're learning about the meta, seem to be incredibly powerful in the competitive formats.
Yeah. This seems
because they deny you the ability to play particular cards or do particular actions.
Right. I'm going to shuffle this back.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same thing. So they're very good, and they can be played turn 1. Yeah,
adventures.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, like playing that. That's basically what she did to me, Diaz. She played the Through the Archway in turn 2, and then for the rest of the game, I would have had to skip 4 actions to be able to play any spell card, which is half the deck.
I wasn't sure how many spells were actually in that deck. I knew there was a lot of creatures.
Yeah.
So I wasn't sure if that was even really going to do a lot.
Yeah, this deck, I think, has only spells and only creatures. There's no items, there's no locations. It doesn't have a bunch of different card types.
All right.
But that was kind of a masterclass on how that character deck works.
Yeah.
It worked to perfection.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. It's definitely not my style of play, but I mean, that's not a bad thing.
That would be more of my jerk store style of it.
Yes. But it was interesting to try to figure out how to balance all of the characters and how to balance all their abilities.
For never reading any of the cards until now, you did a good job. Okay. So I lost.
Mm-hmm.
So I'll use one action with Hermione to play 2 different lessons.
Yep.
And then I'm going to use an action to draw a card. And it's your turn.
Draw. So I'm going to just play a potion and play Lockhart's potion care item thing to let me play
that
characters cheaper. Yes. Yes, it does.
Okay. Draw.
Yes.
I'm going to play a lesson. And then I'm going to play Vanishing Step, which says during your opponent's next turn, he or she gets 1 fewer action.
All right.
So you're up.
Okay. Draw. 1 fewer action. So let's just play Seamus Finnigan. Once during each of your turns, you may discard 2 cards from your hand to get an extra action.
Okay.
And that was my 1 action.
All right, my turn.
Mm-hmm.
Draw. I'm going to play a lesson. And I'm going to play Picking on Neville on your character. Actually, no, on this thing.
On that thing, that makes sense. So it's a discard, right?
Yeah.
Unless I get rid of 2 other permanents? Is that the deal?
2 other things, yep.
That might be important enough. That might actually be important enough to get rid of these.
Okay. You're up.
Not sure if that was right, but... Okay, let's play a lesson and have both of us draw 3 cards.
Oh, from your, so once per game?
No, it's once per turn.
Oh, okay. My turn?
Yes.
Alright, I'm gonna draw. I'm gonna play Picking on Neville.
Now I don't have a choice, because I only have 1 other card in play. Alright. Sad face.
And then second action, I'm gonna play a black bat, dealing 2 damage. You're up.
Draw. Oh, nice. That was a top deck. Lesson and replay that.
Okay. My turn?
Yes.
Draw. Deal you 2.
Yep.
I'll play Picking on Neville.
No!
I'm picking for days.
3. I'm guessing you can't have more than 4, so you've already hit 3 of them.
Yep, sure have. And then I'm gonna play. Just gonna play a lesson. You're
All right. Draw. Let's play Professor McGonagall and Peeves.
Okay. So McGonagall gets
Transfiguration, and once per game you may discard the adventure your opponent has played. I do not get the reward. And then Peeves is Wheel. Okay. Discard your hand, draw 7 for both players.
Draw. Deal you 2.
Yep.
Let's play a lesson, and let's play a Gryffindor Lion.
Yeah.
So just a 3 power, 3 health.
You're
up.
Draw. I might be in trouble now. All of those Picking on Neville's just really wrecked me. I suppose I might just have to stall you for a minute.
Do the archway?
Yeah.
Okay. My turn?
Yeah.
Draw. Deal you 5. I'll skip 2 actions.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Let's use his ability to have both of us draw 3.
Okay.
And let's play Madam Pomfrey.
And what does she do?
She lets me, once per game, shuffle up to 12 non-healing cards from my discard pile back into my deck.
Okay. My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Draw. Let's deal you 5.
Yep.
And then we will skip 2. Get rid of that card.
Yep. So if there's an item from your discard pile, I don't think there is, right?
Nope. Go ahead.
All right. Let's play Seamus Finnigan. So once during each of your turns, you may discard 2 cards from your hand to get an additional action. So that's 1 action. Second action is going to be Colin, so let's both draw 3.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use Seamus's ability to discard 2 copies of Seamus to play a lesson.
Okay. Are you done?
Yes.
I'm going to draw.
And 5.
5. Okay. And then I'm going to play, for an action, I'm going to play a copy of Steelclaw to deal you 5.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then I'm going to play a second copy of Steelclaw to deal you
1,
5.
2, 3, 4, 5.
And it's your turn.
All right, let's play a copy of Dobby's Disappearance on your Lion.
Okay.
Then let's play. Let's use 1 action. I'm just going to start tracking my actions because sometimes I'm going to get confused. All right, so let's use.
You haven't used any actions yet because Dobby's Disappearance is.
Oh,
no
so
action.
I still have 2
Still have
available. Okay, so let's use P's ability to make you. Oh, we both have to do it though, so maybe I don't want to do that yet. Let's use. Let's use 1 action to play a copy of Hannah Abbott. So I can discard 2 cards from my hand and get 2 non-healing cards back from my discard pile. So I'm just going to put that on the side for right now. And then let's use.
Are you going to do her ability?
Yes.
Oh, are you just playing the card?
I'm playing the card as my first action.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to use her ability to go. So I'm going to discard a Picking on Neville and an Impersonating Goyle to grab. I think, unfortunately, some lessons because I'm super lesson starved. And they go into my hand. Then I'm going to use Seamus's ability to discard 2 cards to get an action.
So you couldn't even play the Dobbies. You didn't have 4 lessons to play the card in the first place.
True.
So this is
that's still in play. That's fine. So
you can put that Dobby back in your hand.
Yeah, so this is back in my hand. This is easy to fix. So this is back in my hand, and actually, instead of grabbing 2 lessons, I'll grab a Professor Quirrell and a lesson.
Okay.
So that's still in my discard pile. And then I'm gonna use Seamus's ability to discard a copy of Through the Arch and Impersonating Goyle to get an extra action. And then...
Is that a once per game, or...?
No, it's once during each of your turns. You can just do it. Then, so I've used that for the turn.
No, that's fine. Just tap it.
Yeah, that's perfect. Yeah, okay. And then I'm going to use Madam Pomfrey to heal 12 at some point. I'm going to play Professor Quirrell. And I'm going to use his ability to bounce all creatures and items.
Okay.
Then I only have 1 action left, and I can't get cute. So I think I need to I'll do this at the end of my turn. I need to do the Peeves thing to discard your oh, but then I die probably.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that'll kill me. So I need to do Madam Pomfrey first.
Mm-hmm.
So one, 2, 3, 4, 5. Six, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So we're going to shuffle these back into my deck. Then we're going to use Peeves' ability to discard your hand and draw 7 new ones.
Okay.
And I still have 1 action left. Which is going to be to play the Lockhart potion thing.
Okay.
Okay.
You're done?
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to draw for turn.
Yeah.
I'm going to play, so you shuffled 12 and drew 7?
Yeah.
Okay.
Shuffle 12 in and drew 7, yes.
Okay.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 cards left in my deck.
Let's play a black bat, deal you 2. And then let's play Let's play a Vicious Wolf. It's just a vanilla 3/3 beastie. And you're up.
All right. Draw. Got 2 actions. Let's play a Dobby's Disappearance on your wolf.
Okay.
Still have 2 actions. Let's play Grip Hook. Once per game, make their opponent discard their hand and draw that many new cards. That's 1 action. Then let's use
Oh, you still don't have enough lessons for Dobby. You keep Dobby.
Oh, I do keep Dobbying, don't I?
Yeah.
I'm just so used to assuming that I can do that. So I still have an act. No, that didn't even count as an action. Okay, yeah. So played Grip Hook. I think I'm just dead. I mean, I guess I'll just use Grip Hook, make you discard your hand, and draw that many new cards.
6.
I will play a lesson and use Seamus's ability to discard an Impersonating Goyle and another copy of Grip Hook to play another lesson as another action.
Okay.
Go ahead. So I'm taking 5. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And then Steelclaw.
All right. Yeah.
Barely got there.
Not barely. I was really struggling.
But like I felt like if you would have got to 4 lessons, I would have been in trouble.
Yeah, I was just so lesson starved. Maybe I shouldn't have discarded those lessons for picking on Neville, but
probably not. I don't know.
It just seemed like
that card's the best card in your deck.
Yeah. That item is probably one of the most important pieces of my deck.
Yeah, she's never Vaughn. She's never really played this style of a deck before, but I think she did a pretty good job. It was just she was trying to think of her way out, and she just kept forgetting that she didn't have those lessons.
Yeah.
Like, honestly, I kept forgetting too. So
yeah,
I was just as bad as she was.
Yeah. Yeah, this is an odd deck. There's a lot going on at a time.
Yeah.
And trying to come up with outs when like this is literally the first time I'm even looking at half of these cards. But that's what's fun about it. It's the challenge.
Yeah.
Actually, one of these Hannah's in here somewhere. Go. One of these. All right.
Yeah, there's a lot of abilities to remember all those characters in play. But we also play a lot of this game called Marvel Champions.
Yeah, that is definitely preparation for that.
Yeah,
for that type of deck play.
There's so many triggers and cards in play, and we play a lot of like multiplayer 2 to 4.
Yeah.
And when you're playing with 4 players, it's like, oh crap, who forgot Captain America's triggered ability again for the 15th time?
Yep.
4 players at a table, all 4 players forget it.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, like one of our friends has a tendency to, forget all of his own abilities. So like everybody else has to try to remember how to play his cards. It's like, oh gosh.
Yeah, I mean, I think that character deck's super interesting.
It is.
It got third place.
Yeah.
I
could see, because I could see where it could definitely sneak out of game 1. Because people would not be expecting it.
Well, then, like, I think in, like, the sideboards, it probably plays cards like the Adventure, Chasing the Centaurs. Because it seems like the weakness is creatures, like early creature rush, right?
Yeah.
But, like, if you play something like Chasing the Centaurs and your opponent can't damage you with creatures, then it just starts playing all those characters and taking control.
Yeah. It's interesting. I'm enjoying it.
Yeah, Diaz is saying that playing against Colin Creevey is good practice, or playing with Colin is good practice when you're playing the Ron deck, which is kind of like the busted deck that was, I think they banned it.
Oh, okay.
It's another character deck.
Sure. All right, I will.
It's in our gauntlet.
Not keep this because I have no lessons.
We have that deck in our gauntlet.
Oh, do we? Okay, cool. I'll run the Brave deck. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, mulliganing because I had 0 lessons, and as we realized, I actually need lessons to do stuff.
Yeah.
I don't need a lot of lessons, but.
All right. Well, another game 3.
Oh yeah, let's mark you as Victor.
Mark Miss Hermione Granger as a win.
Mm-hmm. All right, another match with a game 3. Let's see how we do here. It's a good shuffle. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Ugh. All right, so I have 1 lesson in my hand, but I can't actually play any of the cards in my hand. I guess I could play characters.
Yeah.
And I can always draw. All right, we'll see what happens. I might just get wrecked.
So
it's my turn.
So you get to draw. And
so let's have my first action be to have both of us draw 3.
Oh yeah, you have that ability too.
And I still didn't get it. Wow, I'm probably in trouble.
Let's still play a lesson.
I need the potions lessons though.
You done?
Because I'm done. Because that's where all of my early things that might make my characters cheaper, they're all potions.
All right, so cure magical creatures transfiguration.
Mm-hmm.
You use an action. Okay. That was 1 action.
Yep.
Second action. I guess second action is just to play another lesson.
Sure.
I'm done.
Draw. Let's both draw 3.
Okay.
All right. So lesson and my item.
Draw.
Yep.
Let's play a lesson. And then we're gonna play a copy of Black Bat.
Sure.
You're up.
Draw. Okay, let's play Seamus Finnigan.
Okay.
He lets me discard 2 cards from my hand to get an extra action.
Yep.
Let's use his ability to discard 2 other copies of Seamus Finnigan to get an action. Let's play.
Yeah, I missed it, Dia. She might have taken 1 extra action, but it's fine.
Did I?
Yeah, I don't know what but it's fine. Just keep going.
Okay. Grip Hook. So he's the one that makes you discard your hand and draw up for that number, the same number of cards. And then one other action. Let's play.
Wait, hold on. You already did 2 actions.
I used Seamus to get an extra. Okay. I discard 2 cards from my hand to get an extra action.
And you played a lesson?
No.
Okay.
I played him. Used his ability to get an extra action. Played him.
Okay.
And now I'm gonna play Madam Pomfrey, who's heal 15.
Okay.
And that's it. That's why I'm starting to use a die, because I'm getting myself confused.
All right, I'm gonna play Picking on Neville.
Well, we kind of learned our lesson the hard way before, didn't we? Oh,
and you take 2.
Oh yeah, that's first. So I think I have to let it go.
All right. And then I'm gonna play a Boa Constrictor.
Okay.
I'm done. So this is just a 2-power, 2-health creature.
Yep.
You're up.
Yep. Just thinking. All right, draw a card. Let's just play some lessons.
Okay. 2 actions.
And then I think I'm going to just use Seamus's ability. I'm going to discard a copy of Peeves and a copy of Magical Mess Remover to get an extra action, which I'm going to have us both draw 3.
Okay. Good.
Yes.
I'm going to deal you 4.
Yep.
I'm going to play a second copy of Boa Constrictor.
Yep.
And then I will play a copy of I'm going to play a copy of Dogbite and just hit you for 2 damage.
Okay.
So it just lets one of my 2-power creatures deal damage to her.
Yep, you got it.
And that's all I got.
Okay.
You're up.
Yep. Let's draw a card. All right. So let's play a lesson. Let's use Seamus's ability to discard a copy of Impersonating Goyle and Through the Arch to get an extra action.
Yeah, Black Bat is crazy, Diaz.
Let's...
I wish there was some more creatures in the game that had entered the battlefield triggers. Not necessarily this same trigger, but like other battlefield triggers.
I'm going to use Madam Pomfrey to heal 12. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
That's powerful.
12.
And you still have 2 actions?
Yes. Because I used his ability to discard 2 cards and get an extra action. All right, so shuffling. Then actually, before I go crazy with my shuffling, I'm going to play a copy of Impersonating Goyle, which I choose a character I have in play, discard it, and then I can go and search for another character which I'm going to go and get one of the guys that I just added back into my deck, which is Professor Quirrell.
He's the one that returns all these.
Yep. So one action is going to be to play my make characters cheaper, and then another action is going to be to play Quirrell and then use him to bounce everything to your hand. Okay. And then let's use Grip Hook too to make you discard your hand and draw up that many cards. That's my hand.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Draw. Let's use an action with Hermione to play 2 lessons. And we'll use a second action to picking at Neville the thing again.
That makes sense. I think I might have to let it go. Do I though? Let's just discard these. I used them already.
Go ahead.
All right. Draw. Let's play Peeves is one action. So he's the wheel. Mm-hmm. Let's play Grip Hook as my second action. And let's do Seamus to discard
sure.
2 lessons to get an extra action, which I'm going to have be Colin, so we each draw 3.
Okay.
And let's use Grip Hook's ability, so you have to discard your hand and draw that many cards. $16.
Yep. Okay.
Go ahead.
I lost. I will. I'll play 4 Privet Drive.
Sure.
Yeah.
What's the...
You can't play spells.
Oh, okay. Same thing. All right. Draw a card. Peeves. Draw 7. Discard, draw 7.
Okay. Game over.
All right. Whew.
Good deck.
Yeah, it's interesting. I'll let you play it the next time.
I will say I am happy that this deck lost because I don't want to play it again.
Okay. Okay.
It's just so boring.
Yeah.
Like the deck's just like play a vanilla creature.
Sure.
Put 2 lessons into play. Go.
Yeah.
And then I couldn't
Yeah.
This deck was mostly like watching your opponent play solitaire.
Yeah.
This card, Vanishing Step, was terrible. Like, I could skip one of my actions to make you skip an action, but you have peeves, or...
Right, the things to make my
to get more
cheaper.
Actions.
Yeah.
No, you have things to get more actions.
Seamus, yeah.
So it's like, this card was completely unplayable. This card was mostly unplayable.
Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't a great matchup, for sure.
All of the dragons were all terrible.
Yeah.
Because they cost too much.
Yeah.
And if I played them, like, I sacrifice a bunch of things, and then you just bounce them to my hand.
Right.
The only creature worth playing in the deck felt like Black Bat.
Black Bat.
No other creature even felt worth like playing. And I had so many copies of these Dogbites, but I could only deal 2 damage with them.
Yeah. Well, this was interesting. I'm glad that I gave this a shot because I was.
Yeah, it's a good deck.
It's not like anything I've ever played before.
No, it was kudos to whoever designed that deck. It's quite good.
It's super interesting.
And it has a lot of thought, a lot of lines of play.
Yeah.
That was like the only downside to this deck for me was that it just there was no thought behind anything.
Yeah,
like my turn was set up each turn.
Yeah,
and part of it was what your deck was doing to my deck.
Right.
So that was part of it.
Yeah.
But there was just no outs.
Yeah. But Colin Creevey advances. Colin Creevey character control.
Goodbye, Hermione. You have Hermione. Both copies of Hermione's been officially eliminated because both copies have been destroyed.
Yeah. Well, and honestly, I didn't realize that they were both very similar decks. I kind of figured that they would be different.
Yeah, I saw Potion Maker and I thought they would be different.
We didn't really look at the deck that closely.
Then when we went through the deck list, we're like, wait a minute, this is the same thing.
Yeah.
That's
too late, but that's okay. Those were fun. I'll let you play this the next time in the next bracket.
Doesn't matter to me.
I just think you'd actually really enjoy this.
Yeah,
I think you'd have fun playing that.
That's right up my alley.
Yeah, for sure.
Let's look at the bracket and see what we're gonna be playing next week.
Absolutely. So we were down on the bottom half of the left-hand side. So next week is going to be Professor Sprout against Angelina Johnson.
Angelina Johnson, so Quidditch, probably.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's a Quidditch player, so yeah, that would be my guess. I'll be interested to see what Professor Sprout. I mean, I'm assuming she probably is just similar to the other professors in that she provides a particular color of resource, but she's the herbology teacher, so I wonder what maybe she'll provide a charms resource.
Vaughn is saying he's very excited to hopefully see a plant deck.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, or if that's what I was trying to think where the herbology part comes in. I don't really
there's
know.
a Quidditch thing to be had, I'm playing that.
Yeah, I know. I know you love your Quidditch.
Smart Money is on the creatures. Good luck.
Creatures are definitely very strong in this game in general.
Yeah, for sure. But as you can see, characters, don't underrate characters. They are super powerful.
It was interesting.
Because all of their abilities are not actions. So it was like you were getting bonus actions. And then the clever thing was discarding them.
Correct.
Just to replay them and redo their things again. Yeah,
exactly.
That was super cool. The Impersonating Goyle was very good.
Yeah, it was very cool.
Yeah, whoever thought it up, they did a good job. It was a pretty fun learning experience. I'll say that. It's not. By the way, if I sound deflated, I'm just really tired. It was one of those Mondays but I had a lot of fun.
We both had a case of the Mondays today, for sure.
My voice is a little like hoarse from talking on the phone all day.
Yeah.
I must have fielded like 100 calls at work today. So.
Oh joy!
Yeah, one of those days. But.
Yep. All right, well, thanks for joining us, everybody. Hopefully you liked those matches.
He
was
interesting. Vaughn says that Sprout gives a Care of Magical Creatures lesson.
Oh, okay.
Which is awesome.
Yeah, because I think there are a lot of plant creatures, like the mandrakes, and there's other plants.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, because, like I said, she's the herbology professor, so I'm excited to try that.
Yeah, for sure. All right, well, until next week, have a good weekend, and we'll see you next week at 8 o'clock. Thank you, everybody.
Night.